I'm going to attempt to do a mind reading trick on you guys. Okay, think of a number, okay, any number, put it into this bubble here, and then times 3. Okay, so think of a number, and then put it in this bubble here, and then times 3, and then divide it by 3. Okay, so think of a number, times 3, whatever the answer is, divided by 3, and what you should get is the same answer as what you thought of at the start. Impressed? Well, no, not really. It's a bit rubbish, really, because if you think about it, if you think of any number, let's call it x, okay, and when you times by 3, and then divide it by 3, because timesing by 3 is the opposite of dividing, you're always going to get back to x, back to where you started. So x could be, you could put any number into x here, and when you times 3 and then divide it by 3, you're going to get back to where you started. It's quite obvious if you think about it, because imagine you've got a car here with 4 wheels, okay, 4 wheels here. Now, so the question, so the number we're thinking of is really, say, 4, okay. When I asked you to times 3 and then divide it by 3, well, if you times 3, remember times means make an exact copy of something 3 times. So here, when you times 3, you are making a copy of it 3 times. So really, you've got three copies here. Sorry, 3 lots. Okay, so you've got 3 cars here. Okay. So times 3 means you make a copy of it. So you've got 3 lots. And then which is 12, by the way. 12 wheels. Okay. And then you come to divide it. Well, divide means splitting something, splitting it up equally into 3 equal pieces. So here, so you start off with this thing here with your number 4, and when you times 3, it means you make a copy of it 3 times. Okay, so you've got 3 copies basically. And then when you come to divide by 3, it means split it up equally into 3 equal parts and just take 1 part. So here, this is your whole thing here, and when you divide it by 3, you split it up into 3 equal parts. And then you only take 1 part, which is this one here, which is back to where you started. For example, it could be anything. So when you have x, any number times 3, and then divided by 3 again. Remember, there are 2 ways of doing divide. Then you're always gonna get back to where you started. So for example, imagine you've got let's say a tritopus, okay, a tritopus with 3 tentacles, okay. The number in question here is actually 3. Well, when you times 3, that was my that was my condition, times 3 and then divided by 3. Well, times 3 means you're going to make an exact copy of this tritopus, okay? So you're going to make an exact copy of it. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3. So you've got 1 copy here, and then you're going to make another one here. Okay, hang on. Okay, so your number, so the number you're thinking of is 3. When you times 3, you're actually making a copy of it 3 times, and then when you come to divide it by 3 again, well, you're gonna so this will be your new whole thing, okay, after multiplying it by 3, and then you've got to when you divide by 3, it means you split it up into 3 equal parts, and then you only take 1 part. So you're back to your tritopus. Okay, so any number, when you multiply by 3, remember we in maths we just write 3x because 3 we normally put the number in front, and when two things are next to each other, it means times anyway. So we don't write this, we write just this. So think of a number, so that would be your x here. When you times 3, we write as 3x, okay? And then I ask you, so when you times 3, you're going to get three tritopus here. And then I'm going to ask you to divide by 3. So you're going to split it up into 3 equal parts, and then you only take one part. So you are back to your x. Okay? So no matter what number let's say no matter what number I give you, let's say x, okay? If you multiply by 7 and then you divide it by 7 again, you're always going to get back to x, because if you think about it, imagine you've got 7 of anything, okay? And then imagine you've got any numbers. Let's say let's say you got 2, and then you times by 7, and then you divide it by 7 again. You're always going to go back to 2. So if these two numbers are the same here, they would kill off each other. So basically, if you have like 4, think of a number, and then you times by 4, and then you divide it by 4, you're always going to get back to x. Okay? If you don't believe me, have a go. As long as these two numbers are the same, they kill off each other, leaving you x. So think of a number times 5, and then divided by 5 again. You're always going to get back to x. Okay, get your formula book. We're going to add another formula into there. Remember, we had 2 before, so it's like this, and then the other one being a fraction divided by c. Now I'm going to add another one. Okay, so when you think of a number, okay, and then when you times by another number, let's say a, and then you divide it by a again, you're always going to get x. Notice that a here and a here, it means that they have to be the same number. So when you write, don't just write this down, but don't write this. Okay, ax over a, it means, well, that's your x here. It could be anything. A could be another anything. Okay, so here let's say 9, and then if this is 9, then this is also 9, because remember, not a, so it's 9. So that would be x. So whenever you see a number multiplied by, let's say 11, and then you divide it by 11, you're always going to get back to x. Okay, so write this formula down. So you have 3 formulas now. Okay, so any number, when you times it by a and then you divide it by a again, you're always going to get back to where you started. Okay.